guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate all of you so very much. Today I am doing episode 10, or Simply Samples number 10, I guess, of my Simply Samples series, and let's just get right into it. Today we are talking about these samples here, and you guys, I actually used all of them. What? Yes, yay me. I am so stoked about it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this one. It is the Dermalogica Phyto Nature Firming Serum. You guys, this is a $145 serum. If you purchase it full size, it does come with 1.3 ounces of product. This is a dual phase sample, so there's two parts to the full size version, and in the full-size version, it's a pump that has two different spigots from two different sides, and it all comes out in the perfect amount of serum that you need. I'm not fond of this sample pack. It was a pain in the ass to try to get the same amount of serum out of both sides as you would if it were in the full-size form. With that being said, there wasn't very much in here. I feel like there wasn't enough to cover my whole face. I felt like I got a good bit on the, center of my face, but not really on the exterior of my face, which is okay, I guess. There's not really any smell to this, which is nice. It is a little bit sticky though, so I don't know if, you're opposed to sticky serums on your face. This is probably not going to be your best bet. This thing helps with fine lines, dullness, and texture. My skin did look amazing after the fact. I even pulled out the rest of my samples from Dermalogica to try. So I did have 4 different days that I used this serum. And the next day after waking up, after having used this, my skin did look really good. What this claims to do is give you 5 years back to your skin, which I can't say. I only used it for 4 days. So God knows. Maybe not. I don't know. My skin is not horrible in the first place, so there's that. I am in my very early 40s. I don't have a whole lot of fine lines and wrinkles yet. I have really good skin, for God knows why, because I haven't taken care of it, so I don't know how that happens, but it's a good serum. It's cruelty-free and vegan, which I appreciate, and my skin looked good after using it. Would I purchase a full size of this? At $145? Maybe not, but I did notice a difference in my skin, so I might just because these sample packets are horrible. They're horrendous, so I noticed a difference using the amount that I used and not getting it all over my face, so who's to say what kind of difference I would see if I had the full-size version and could actually cover my entire face with it. I would be interested in purchasing a full size, even at $145. Dermalogica is an amazing skincare company. So with that being said, I might purchase full size. God knows. The next one I have in here is the second skincare dude that I had, and it is the pumpkin sleeping mask. I did use it, you guys can see. This is $20 for 3.38 ounces, so quite a difference, right? This is made by Too Cool for School, and I don't necessarily think I know much about that brand. I think it's K-Beauty. It is $20 for 3.3 ounces. It is a gel-like consistency. It's pink. It's a gel-like consistency, and it goes on really nicely. It absorbs super fast into your skin. I wouldn't say that it is super hydrating. My skin still felt a little dry in the morning, but it's really nice. It's not super tacky. I do feel like my skin looked brighter, maybe, and less dull than it typically does if I'm not using something like this at night. But I was super disappointed because I totally expected pumpkin sleeping mask. I totally expected it to smell like pumpkin, but it didn't. It was very floral. And what I will say about that is that it was very floral, like super floral. If you're sensitive to smell, that might be something that you would want to consider before purchasing this product, because it is pretty floral. It didn't really bother my sensitive skin, which I love, because a lot of scented product does bother my sensitive skin. It also didn't bother, my asthma, which a lot of scents do bother my asthma, but it was pretty potent floral scented. I wish it were a little bit, maybe vanilla musky even would have been better than the floral scent that came with it. But I do wish that something called a pumpkin sleeping mask would have been scented in pumpkin. And I did have a couple extra samples of that I pulled out as well. I didn't use those guys, but I will use those guys. It didn't do a whole lot for my skin, but it did enough that I saw a slight difference, but it's not super hydrating. I think if you used it, waited, 15 minutes and then put more on, your skin will have absorbed enough that you will feel like you've gotten a good amount of hydration to your skin in the morning when you wake up. But just one packet on your skin you don't wake up to an uber hydrated face. All right, so the next samples I want to talk about are the hair samples. I did have this Alterna Caviar Restructuring Bond Repair Shampoo and Conditioner. There's 3 things here because this was the top to these guys. So this is a $52 shampoo and conditioner. Each one of them costs $52, and you do get 16.5 ounces in each one of those containers. This states that it removes excess oil and buildup. I will say my hair did feel very good after I washed it with this product, but I don't feel like I had enough in these 2 little packets here to show me exactly what it could do for me, because once I got it into my hair, I had a hard time dragging it out to the ends, and that's my bad. I started with the glob of it and put it right in the center of my hair and then tried to wash it out or pull it out into the rest of my hair, and that didn't work 100%. I don't feel like I had enough. It doesn't lather, so you also can't really tell if you're getting it out into the ends of your hair, which is where your hair needs it most, which is why I say it was my bad that it didn't get to the ends of my hair, because I could have started in the middle of my hair and kind of brought it to the ends and then worked it into the crown, just working it into the crown. I don't feel like my virgin hair needed as much anti-aging or anti-breakage or help as the ends of my hair do. Because of the colors that I use on my hair, the ends can tend to get a little bit dry and crunchy and crispy. So I should have started at the ends. But this didn't strip the color in my hair, which I was super concerned about. There was a little bit of pink in the water as it ran, as I ran it through my hair and got it out of my hair, but it was a decent shampoo. It didn't strip hardly any of the color out. I do feel like it smelled really good. It had a really nice just regular scent, not super floral, not it was almost fresh. I don't know that I would purchase it because it is $52, and because my hair is color treated. I do use color depositing shampoos and cleaners more so than anything else. And if I did purchase it, I think it would do wonders for my hair. It did feel amazing the day after I washed it with that. So there's that piece, but it would last me also forever because I only wash my hair once, twice, maybe 3 times a month. The other shampoo I had was this guy. I did open it right here in the center. It just seemed easier to do it that way. And here's the thing. I don't really find that this did much of anything. So this is the L'Oreal Total Repair 5 Restoring Shampoo and Conditioner. And it's called Total Repair 5 because it's supposed to help you with 5 things that could be, wrong with your hair. Those being split ends, weak hair, rough hair, dull hair, and dehydrated hair. I didn't notice a good enough difference between using this to finish off the packet. There is probably 2 uses of each in these packets. I only used 1 use. I'll give the rest to my daughter. She can use it. This stripped so much color out of I used this the day before I went in to get my hair re-dyed, and I stripped so much of the red out of my hair that my hair was actually kind of this like light pink. I think you guys saw a video from me that day, and my hair was just so light pink. I was astounded by how much color this took out of my hair, and I will know that for the future. If I need to get some of the color out of my hair, just wash my hair with this once a day for a week in hot water, because it stripped so much of my color out. I was afraid of that. Also, I feel like with this product, after using this product, like my hair that day felt like I was losing a bunch of it, and not like breakage losing, but like falling out. Like I could do that with my hair and pull out clumps of hair. Not saying that this made my hair fall out. What I'm saying is it exacerbated my shedding problem. I already have a shedding problem. To some extent that's healthy, but oh my God, there was so much hair coming out every time I ran my fingers through it. I was like, what did this do to my hair? My hair also seemed dry after I used it. It felt crunchy and crispy here, which was pretty normal until I got the crunchy crispy ends kind of cut off, but it also felt crunchy and crispy up in this area, which isn't normal. This hair hasn't been color treated nearly as much as this hair is, and it's not nearly as dead. So it shouldn't have felt that way, but it did. It definitely felt more dry after I used it. That product is only $5-ish for a 12.6 ounce product, both of them, and I wouldn't pay $1 for them. I did not like this shampoo and conditioner at all. And part of that is a personal choice, right? Because I do have color treated hair. For those of us that don't have color treated hair, I don't know what that looks like. If you do and you've used this product, please let us know down in the comment section whether you find it to be a good shampoo and conditioner. Like I said, my daughter has used it in the past, but I think she bought one of each, the shampoo and conditioner, and she hasn't bought any since she quit using them. So we pulled the sample of this. It is the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Tropic Hues, and that was what the sample was too. This is what it looks like. I am wearing it today, and I feel like you can see it really good, and it does leave quite a bit of a sheen to it, so I don't feel like I have to wear highlighter when I'm wearing this product. I don't feel like it leaves a lot of like impact to my texture. I feel like it isn't necessarily blurring of texture, but it doesn't show my texture either like some sheeny blushes do. I think this is the pretty perfect mix of coral and pink for me. I think I've said this before, I do love like a darker blush or a like mauve natural blush or a coral blush, and this has got almost the perfect amount of coral for me to also enjoy the pink in the blush. It is on my face today. I don't feel like my face has eaten it up yet, but at the same time, it's not been on my face for very long. I can tell you though, once or twice over the last couple weeks that I did wear this, it lasted about the same amount of time as any other blush would on my face. You guys know I've said this before, I feel like blush doesn't last on my skin very much, and that part of that might have to do with the fact that, you know, I'm a dry girl right through here, so it just kind of absorbs into my skin and goes away. But this lasts just about as long as any other. Tarte blushes, the 12 Hour Amazonian Clay blushes, are typically the ones that will last on my skin for quite some time. I would say this gives it a run for its money. What I really, really liked about it is the sheeniness to it. It's a nice sheeny blush without being glittery enough that I don't feel like I need to wear another powder on top of that, a highlighter, even though highlights are my favorite thing. I do not feel like I need to wear a highlighter with this. I do feel like it gives a really pretty glow to my skin, and that's a plus for me. I also kind of do like blush draping almost, I guess. So like I start up here with my blush and come down onto my cheek, and I don't feel like it's too rosy up here. It's definitely got a little bit of that peachy nature into it, and it just kind of perfectly blends into my skin so I can drape it without looking like a clown. Sometimes I get a little carried away with my blush. I really don't feel like I could with this. It's super pigmented if you want it to be, but it can also, you know, sheer out really beautifully. I really like this blush. I'm really happy to have it in my collection. I did get this one from a BoxyCharm, and then this was a free gift with purchase, and I'm gonna put this into my drawers over there that have my giveaway product in them, because I think that somebody else will also love the blush if they didn't get it in BoxyCharm. This blush is $28 for 0.16 ounces of product, and I think it's worth it. Would I purchase it if I hadn't received it in a BoxyCharm? Maybe, maybe not. Blush isn't one of those things that I am drawn wholeheartedly to. Most of the blushes that I have in my collection came to me through BoxyCharm. I have to be honest, there's very few that I have purchased on my own, and I don't really have the best of luck with these marbled kinds of products, so I may not have picked this up. But I also have another Laura Geller blush that is in like sweet cherry or something like that. It's not marbled, but it is domed like this, and it has a really nice sheen to it as well. And I love that blush. So I may have, but I doubt it. Just because, like I said, I don't really have a lot of luck with these marbled type blushes. And this one looks a lot more rosy to me, just looking at it, than it does coral. So I would think pink blush. But I really feel like it's a beautiful, like almost natural coral colored blush. And then the last product that we had here was my Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. And left in the bag, I think I have number 255 left in here. Yeah, I was given two different samples, number 255 and number 260. I can't remember what those colors are, if I'm honest, but I love 260. 260 is what I'm wearing today. Here's what I will tell you. The first time I wore this foundation, I put it on with a brush, and I hated how it looked. I hated this foundation. I was like, oh, here we go again, another Fenty foundation that just sucks. This is awful. Like, she maybe does well with her highlighters because they're one of my favorites, or her lip glosses because they're one of my favorites, but man, her and this foundation, just no good. Then I tried to put it on with a sponge, and you guys, it is beautiful in a sponge application. I love how this foundation looks on my skin with a sponge application. And what I love most about it is that you can really kind of, it's very natural finish, so it doesn't look super cakey. It wears away beautifully. I don't like that it's not necessarily transfer proof or transfer resistant. I can definitely feel it on my face, and I can definitely feel it on my fingers when I touch my face. But if you put a powder over the top of it, of course it's going to keep it from transferring a little bit better. There are 50 shades. More than likely you can find your shade, and this lasts throughout the day. I saw a good 12-hour wear with this before I took it off, and when I took it off, there wasn't a whole lot of breaking down of it, not even around my mouth area, which is where I tend to lose foundation first because of eating or whatnot, and I don't like reapply or take blotters with me, or I'm not like oily, so if I lose it around my mouth areas because I've ate and then wiped it away from my mouth, or my nose because I have allergies, I wipe my nose a lot. I didn't see a whole lot of it disappearing in those areas that it would typically disappear. Also, it takes so little of this product for it to cover on my skin like I like it to cover. This is categorized as a medium to full coverage foundation. I'm sure that you could build it up and make it as full coverage as you want it to be. For me, I like more of a sheer to medium foundation. I do like my skin to show through. I literally have this little tiny sample thing that's still 3/4 of the way full, because I just dip a brush in and paint it on my face and then take my sponge and blend it out. It is so pretty and it looks so good and it takes so little. I could probably get, I would say 4 or 5 more uses out of this, and I've already used it 3 or 4 times. So that's a plus. For me, that foundation would last a whole long time. For a full coverage girl, I would say it would still last a lot longer than your regular foundation, because even at a full coverage strength, I don't think it takes very much. I don't think it takes very much at all. This is pretty, honestly, this is pretty full coverage. There's some melasma that it's not covering. There's like a zit on my nose that I don't feel like it's covering wholeheartedly. But this is pretty covered. Like, you can't see my freckles along my nose. So it's almost full coverage at such a small amount of usage. It would last you forever. Not forever, but it would last you a long time. This foundation is sold for $35 and it is 1.08 ounces, and it's in a squeezy tube. So you could squeeze out as much or as little as you wanted. And what I love about that is you could squeeze out a little tiny amount and then squeeze out another little tiny amount if you needed more, if you wanted to build it up. And then you guys know, of course, we do have the 4 perfume samples that I still have not used up. So we're still not going to be pulling a perfume, but those are my samples that I used for the last couple weeks. So let's get ready. Let's pull some new samples for the next couple weeks, and then we will come back. We'll talk about it, and I will wish you well. All right, guys, this is, of course, as you know, my sample bin. And the top drawer is hair, skin, makeup. We pull 2 from each drawer. Oh, I remember when I got this. This is the R & Co Dry Shampoo Mist. I believe I got this in in my Beautylish Lucky Bag, and was like, I have never heard of a dry shampoo mist before. I'm interested to try it. This definitely isn't going to give you the white cast that a lot of dry shampoos do. This is the mist that we'll be trying out next week. Oh man. It's the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioner. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of Living Proof. I do think that it smells like pepper. So we will see about their shampoo and conditioner, but that is the second hair. This is a Hydra Full Retexturizing Gel Cream. Why would you want to retexturize your face? So there's that. Aveeno Absolute Ageless Restorative Night Cream. That's what that guy looks like. Then we go down to makeup, which also doesn't have much left in it, you guys. Okay, we're going to pull out this, which seems pretty big. What is this? This is, oh, I just got this in Ipsy. This is the Sheena B Miami Blush. This is what the packaging looks like. And it is a blush in Bellini. Looks like a nice coral color. Buxom Full On Lip Polish, and this is in Celeste. It looks like a pink with some glitter in there almost. That's super frosty. I'm not sure I'll love that, but those are our samples. So for hair, we did get the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioner sample. This does feel Like, it's got quite a bit in it, but we will see. I am not excited about this. I might have my daughter try it instead of me. The biggest reason why is because I cannot stand the smell of Living Proof products. So we will see about that. And then we had the R & Co. Dry Shampoo Mist. I am actually pretty excited to try this. I've never tried a dry shampoo mist before, so this is going to be interesting. As far as skincare goes, we have a Marc Jacobs Youthquake Hydrofull Retexturizing Gel Cream. And I can't for the life of me figure out why you would want to retexturize. So there's that. We'll see. And then the second one is the Absolute Ageless Restorative Night Cream. And then our two makeup samples, we do have a full-on lip polish by Buxom, which I love Buxom, but this one is a wee bit frosty, so we'll see how that goes. And a nice little blush from Shayna B, and this is in Bellini. It's a really pretty neutral, like, coral color. It does look like it sways a little bit brown in person, so we'll see. I do love the little flamingos on there. I don't know if you guys can see those, but they're super cute. They kind of lead up to a heart with their heads. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this sample video, and I hope that you're enjoying this series. I hope that you liked it enough that you're considering giving me a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. I also hope you loved it, or me, enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel. If you do subscribe to my channel, please don't forget to hit the bell. That will help notify you every single time I upload a video, and I do upload content 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the week. So please make sure that you hit the bell. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please stay safe out there, practice social distancing, love each other from afar, and just love each other. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and until next time, bye guys.